Resilience and stress management. On a scale of 1 to 100, how much stress do you think you have these days? This is a question that we ask roomfuls of employees at annual retreats. Then we ask them to do a stress lineup, to line up out of their chairs from 1 to 100. Typically, 3/4 of the room is above 60%. And their stressors are real, being short-staffed, illnesses of loved ones, financial strain, and more. Now pick the number of where you would like to be that's also possible. Go there. In a room of 100, all but 5 people move to a lower number. As a whole, we want less stress. We've also learned that you can't judge a book by its cover. To their colleagues' surprise, plenty of folks who smile a lot and are friendly rate in the 90s. When asked, a common stressor is that they are exhausted by the number of responsibilities and decisions that they need to make. This is understandable as people make upwards of 35,000 decisions daily and can experience decision fatigue and overwhelm. So what can we do about all this stress? First, it's not news that good nutrition, exercise, and sleep are musts to be vibrant or maintain resilience. We're wasting our breath discussing other well-being strategies if these aren't targeted first. Also, we don't need to Google good self-care activities. We each unwind in different ways and tend to know what works for us. But if you'd like to see a list, we'd be happy to share one created by a client, including 250 mental, emotional, physical, sensory, spiritual, and social self-care activities. With our awareness that relaxation, enjoyment, and contentment look different on everyone, we could also remember that each of us has a different happiness set point to which we typically return. The Penn Resiliency program includes 21 skills that all tie into emotional fitness, strength of character, and strong relationships. Similarly, Jack Altman teaches us what the modern employee or person desires in his book, People Strategy: purpose, growth, and community. Number 1, purpose. Blue zones, or geographic regions with the highest concentration of centenarians on Earth, have been studied to understand the secrets to living a long and meaningful life. The people of Okinawa, Japan, strive to live beyond the daily grind and begrudged obligations. They subscribe to Ikigai, a life worth living. They focus daily on their purpose and reason to wake up each morning. Number 2, growth. This is about expanding your current knowledge, skill set, perspective, or ability. However, if we are at capacity or overwhelmed, change and transformation can feel like being pushed over the edge. If overwhelmed, can you instead focus your growth on setting boundaries, prioritizing, leaning on supportive relationships, or taking a break? Maybe you are experiencing moderate stress, which is often motivating and positive, called eustress. It's stress as a good thing. Kelly McGonigal even encourages us to look at the upside of stress. For example, if your heart is racing before you give a presentation, think about how it's helpful that your blood is pumping to get more oxygen to your brain. On another note, we want to be wary of the constant striving mode, where we only focus on what needs to be improved. It's helpful to find emphasis and gratitude for what's working also. What's more is that we know that the all-encompassing adage, "what doesn't kill you makes you stronger," is not true. But if it doesn't cause trauma, it can expand your comfort zone. Be sure to practice self-compassion regarding who you are and the choices you've made in addition to learning and developing. 2 ideas are: start an activity that has nothing to do with work or utilizes a different part of your brain, where you can engage in replacement therapy. As soon as you end your workday, replace thoughts about work with practicing a new language you're learning or picking a new trail to explore. Or, one study shows that American adults say they only feel relaxed approximately 40 minutes per day, so create a relaxation growth plan to increase that. Number 3, community. In Martha Zaraska's book, Growing Young: How Friendship, Optimism, and Kindness Can Help You Live to 100, we are reminded about how important relationships and mindset and service towards others is. The goal is not to live longer per se, but to have the best quality while we live. If you would like more healthy social interactions, you're never too old to make new friends. The bottom line is that to maintain resilience, healthy stress management, and self-care, consider maximizing purpose, growth, and community. We've heard of the concept of work-life balance, but we know it isn't an exact formula. Instead, here's to your work-life satisfaction and living vibrantly.